All right, we're going to do an update to the K4 video because some of you who watched the announcement K4 video that we did from Dayton Hamention in 2019, we talked about this brand new, beautiful looking radio here that I'll never afford, but but it has some updates to it, and Eric WA6 HHQ High Headquarters, right? Ham Headquarters is gonna talk to us and give us an update today about the status of the K4 production, shipment, and all that kind of good stuff. So thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for coming by too. We're catching it before the crowd comes in this morning, so it's a little more sane in the booth. K4 has been going along full blast since I think your last video at Dayton. We've had a bunch of units out in the field for field testing, and certainly for engineering development inside. And actually, just in the middle of producing our last pre-production run. Quite a few units that are going out to additional engineering, but also outside field testers for testing. We've been adding a whole lot of features to the K4. I think when we had it at Dayton, we were showing it with a single pan adapter display, and I'll bring that up here, sort of like, I don't know if you can see it from the distance, but we'll show it.
I'll get a picture of it. We'll get a close.
Yeah, we can do a zoom up of that later. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, that's
yeah. But basically, single pan adapter. You could switch between either the two bands so that we can display, dual receiver on the K4. We've added a split capability to it now, where you can bring it up and show two guys at once. And we'll be able to do that in the external monitor or in the internal one too.
So it'll port over there.
Right. Okay. The other thing we've done, we had one K4 controlling another one at Dayton over the internet or over network. This unit over here looks like.
Can you turn the camera, Frank?
Looks like a full K4 over here to the side. And this guy actually is a K40. This is actually an engineering prototype that's in a full-size case. The eventual one that we put out, similar to our K30 control head, will be maybe 4 inches deep, 5 inches deep. Same height, same front panel. This one basically just has, in this unit for the show, just has the control processor, front panel, and some I/O in it. But we have to shrink all that down. But this is fully controlling my K4 over here in the middle. So basically, that gives you 100% capability for remote use, just like you have the radio there, which is sort of neat. So, and it basically has the ability to actually have a different display on this one, so I can bring this one, and I can say I can put this into, where's my, there we go. I can look at either of the VFOs, switch them back and forth, have different ones than the one I'm controlling, so both operators don't get in each other's way from a preferences on display standpoint, which is nice if you have more than one person doing it. And actually on this demo right now, if he wants to zoom back out a little bit, I've got also a tablet down here. I think I had this at the show last time. This is showing, this is not actually a finished app. This is actually taking our same UI from the K4 and running it actually in a Linux window underneath Windows right now. But the same software that runs this code can be put inside a app for, say, iOS or for Android or for Windows. And we'll make that available for developers to put that together. So they can bring up the pan adapter and touchscreen display stuff, and then add the buttons and everything else around it for software-based applications too. But we've gone through all of our hardware revisions since Dayton, brought it up to the final production revisions. Everything's fully checked out in that area. We're doing final testing, everything, making sure we're happy with it. But from a production standpoint now, biggest challenge, of course, is long lead time parts. We build everything in the States. We're actually building in California. Parts come from all around the world. The sheet metal is all done actually in the States, in California. All of our circuit board assembly is done in California, of course, final assembly. Parts come from all around the world, of course. So lead times have gotten interesting lately, but that said, we've got them all tied down, but we have some that have stretched into production where we do our first ship probably looks now like about mid-late April to mid-late May for a production start. We've got a large number of orders, obviously, in the time since we started Dayton.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's been very gratifying, actually. I want to thank everybody for having the faith in us here to get these out the door. It's been amazing over the years. For each of our new product introductions, this has happened where we get a lot of orders for it, start shipping, and this will take us probably through about the summer to catch our backlog up for new orders. We'll be shipping in the fall, and that'll keep us busy. But it's interesting, once we start shipping, this is important for guys who want to get their orders in. Usually what happens once K4s get out there and friends start showing to each other, order rate jumps up again. So it's going to be a busy year here for us, to put it mildly. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, the main thing I wanted to do was, because the dual display wasn't available at Dayton. No. That's brand new.
Yeah. We're actually bringing up some more modes too for the external monitor to be able to do the same thing. It's a totally independent monitor, and we can do a zoom in on that afterwards here. But this will be able to do dual display, all different. It doesn't have to match what's on here on the main display.
Yeah, because
right now I just have
HDMI ported out of the radio into
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Perfect.
it's doing great. But we've got K4s on the air. You won't always know it's a K4, though we've been identifying ourselves once in a while when we're using it.
Okay.
A couple other things we've added to the K4. We can get a zoom in of this later, so we can show it small here. But we also have, if I go over to the TX menu, I can bring up TX equalizer, so you can go here and change your EQ on TX real time.
Okay.
And so you can basically, RX and TX equalization is implemented in the radios. All the things that we had in our other radios are full graphic interface on this too. So that gives you a lot of capability on that coming out of that. So
Cool.
Get back to it.
Very cool stuff. Okay, good. Well, I know that a lot of people are waiting on them. I personally know a couple guys who have them on pre-order that ordered them one guy ordered it at Dayton, and the other guy said, well, I'm not sure if I want to get another Flex or a K4, and then like a month later I get a text from him. He's like, yeah, I just ordered a K4. So
Good thing for me. Yeah, that's good.
So that's Whiskey 5 Alpha Papa is who's waiting for his K4. So thanks, Eric.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Hope you have a good show. And I know that that's been a real popular item since Dayton, so I hope you do really well with it.
Okay, super.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot,
Appreciate
man.
it. Bye-bye.